then my grandfather was actually on the phone at the time of listening to this, and so he comes up with the suggestion. Because he's a funny guy. He says, "I got it. Both cars here. You rent out 2 cars. You bring them back to her house. Then you get an Uber."
This might just be stupid enough to get us out.
Because I was bored.
Humans manage to do anything ever.
By trying very hard.
I am convinced that if the dinosaurs had not died out before the humans showed up, the human race would have lasted about 0.8 seconds.
Well, obviously I don't believe that the dinosaurs even existed, technically.
Well, okay, fine, woolly mammoths or something, I don't know.
Okay, let me just give you a quick synopsis on this, because, I'm not even done with my story, but basically, I believe that dinosaurs were just larger versions of animals that exist today, because, the skeletal structures, they, line up perfectly like a chicken.
The T-Rex being the chicken is the most disappointing thing of all time. That's another thing entirely.
What if the T-Rex was literally just a giant bird?
The idea of the T-Rex being the big red chicken from Dora the Explorer is something that could only kill in my faith in humanity. Stop making the cool things lame, damn it!
Well, if you want cool stuff, we can get to that later. But anyways...
Let's continue your story.
Finally, after all of that, I finally dropped my mom off at the airport, and I decide to finally head back. Things are finally looking our way.
It's 12 o'clock.
No, 3 o'clock. But at least that thing actually took some time up.
Yeah, that ate some time. It's about 3/4 of the way through a day. Oh no.
But then...
You got into a car accident.
Then the stuff happens.
Then the what stuff happens?
Then the funny stuff happens.
Oh no.
After I had dropped her car off back at her home, I get a text from her saying that she might need a ride back.
What?
See, a funny thing happened at the airport that you're aware of.
Oh no.
See, that guy making the reservations didn't exactly put her name down.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah.
But they happily took her money.
Mm-hmm. They kind of put the name on the wrong car. Oopsie daisy.
No refunds, though. They made sure of that. That was the first thing they did.
Yeah, that's the first thing they do, really, all the time. I kid you not. They literally do that all the time. It drives me nuts. So, I'm just sitting there twiddling my thumbs. Technically speaking, by this point, I haven't actually eaten yet.
What about the pizza?
The pizza was 5 hours prior to this.
Oh, wow. Okay, fair then. Go on.
So, my grandfather, he ordered Olive Garden.
Oh boy, you could be in the Sonic movie.
Yeah, the same stuff from the Sonic movie. Yeah, right.
That's all I can think of when I hear Olive Garden.
Yep, and you will never unhear it.
Nope. Anyway.
So anyway, basically he decides we should not eat until we get confirmation as to whether or not she is going to make it out of this. So I am just left there, starving to death, as I stare at Italian food.
It's fate worse than death.
Yep, I stare helplessly at Italian food that is gradually getting colder and colder.
And thus the Last Supper happened. The Last Supper, if it happened in modern day, just be everyone staring at Olive Garden.
So, I die.
You got better.
And, I got better. Eventually, she
He
finally
died,
gets
but he
back to
lived.
us, and she was fine.
She was fine. Did she get to go or no?
She got to go.
That's good.
She is currently on her vacation right now.
She's currently on vacation right now. Did she have to take her kids?
She did. She brought her kids.
All right, good.
My oldest brother almost didn't want to go, even though he's younger than me. Yeah, my oldest brother almost did not want to go because, yeah, I'm not entirely sure why, but he almost didn't want to go.
Kids usually don't want to go on vacation and leave people they know behind.
The only person they'd be leaving behind is my stepdad.
Ironic.
Why is that? Oh, right, because usually it's the dad that leaves everyone else behind.
Yes, that's what I was going for. Let's go with that.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I spent the rest of the day just trying to compensate and cope with the inevitability that at some point I would have to leave and be back into the state of boredom. So I spent about 2 to 3 hours there. I went back home and I just started reading my eyeballs out.
Wait, but then it should have been like 6:30 or 7 maybe.
It was, but I still had about 3 hours worth of consciousness left in my body.
Go to bed.
At 6 p.m.?
I mean, you can't say you didn't get a good night's sleep.
My body works on a clock.
No, broke
It's
clock.
10 or nothing.
Fine, keep going.
Well, yeah. So basically, I just read the rest of the night, and that was it.
And that's how I met your mother. What?
Yeah, there's no like big, massive conclusion to the story, but still.
And that was my first day.
And that was day one.